Hello guys and welcome back. So this is the result of the sim, and I have the geometry here displayed using a dark gray color, and this is the smoke sim itself. It took about 2 hours for it to finish, which is not bad for this resolution. And you can see there's a lot of cool smoke falling off and interacting with the ground. And the stronger the dissipation, the quicker it's going to fade off, so it depends on the look that you're looking for. And this is actually emitting a lot of smoke, which is very cool because once these object falls in, they're going to interact and cause or other RBD falls into an existing smoke, is going to push the volume around and interact with it, which is very cool. Let's see. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do now is create something called an airfield. And if you guys remember the previous particles, they just fall straight down. And when an object, when for example this big block here travels down, it should interact or disturb the existing particles, and due to the airfield and the air being pushed around. So what I'm going to do is we're going to create a smoke sim for that. I'm going to show you the workflow. I'm sure there is many ways to improve this, but at least the concept is the same. So let me change the viewport back. I'm actually going to copy the same smoke sim. I'm going to call this smoke airfield sim. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back to, where's my source? This guy. And pick a frame from it. Let's say this frame here. It encompasses everything, I think. Actually, we can use the geometry. It doesn't have to be... we can use the geometry, it's fine. Something like that. I'm gonna time shift it and hold this frame. I'll explain why in a second. So this frame, you can create a bound, and this is the airfield around the object. Actually, I don't need this much space. I'm gonna shrink it down so it's faster for us to work with, but you guys need to adjust this accordingly. So we'll just use a smaller area. Something like that, and then this, I'm going to shrink back in. Okay, that looks better. And then I'm going to convert this into a volume. So VDB from polygon. I need a density field, I don't need an SDF. And this is the volume that I need. Now, if we go back to frame 1, let's increase this a bit more. Something like that. If we go to frame 1, we see that the object is inside the smoke. We don't want that. We want to create empty space or subtract volume from where the object is, because we don't want volume to be inside this. And when the reason for that is, we want when the object starts to move to push the smoke around it. We don't want to have anything inside all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a VDB from polygon again, and take the first frame, which is the initial state. So I'm going to change this to 1. I'm actually going to move all of this. So here, paste it here. I'm going to delete all this guy and keep it clean. So frame shift that, frame 1, VDB from polygon. I need a density as well. I'm going to lower this to 0.5 so we capture everything. Fill interior to fill in the interior. I'm actually going to lower this even more. Yeah, resolution is high, but I think it's good for now. And this guy, I'm going to increase the resolution to 0.2, and same for this 0.2 as well. Let's put down a wrangle attribute. I want to increase the density of this. Cool. And I'm going to do a volume operation between these two guys so that we subtract this volume from this. Okay. What I also like to do is, with this geometry, I'm going to peak it a bit, and this will push it along its normals. That's it, one. That's too much. Something like that, 0.04, and this just to add, give it a little bit more padding. Okay, and that should be good. And then VDB combine, and this allow us to do volume operation between the two. So I'm gonna say subtract. Check. Yeah, subtract between the two. And if we do a volume clip, let's do VDB volume clip, VDB clip. And this VDB clip, I'm going to create, copy this bound. I'm going to scale it in. So it's halfway through. I'm going to use it like that to show you the interior of the volume. Yeah, it's not very visible, but if we go up, let's create a light. You can see the geometry is subtracted from that. Cool. So let's do this. This is all good. We have the geometry, we have everything. I'm gonna keep everything the same. I'm just gonna use the source to be this, and then the bound we're going to change to fit all of this. So let's do a null out source airfield. Let's create an object merge. Let's dive inside. I'm gonna lower the resolution to 0.2 for now. Source volume, I'm gonna use this the new one, and I don't want to emit forever, so I'm just going to emit for 2 frames. I'm going to turn off the dissipation. I don't want any of that, and we want the collision, all good. And the gas resize field, I'm going to use this new bound that we've created. So here, oh, come on. Bound airfield. And maybe let's increase this. I'm not sure if it's enough. Just increase it, and it should shrink in a couple of frames. And there is also the collision geometry, which is interacting with all of this, which we don't necessarily have to use, but we can. So actually going to turn off the collision geometry and let's see what's going to happen. I feel like something is wrong with this, so let me do something in this in the source, the collision SDF, and just an SDF, so I'm not sure why it could be wrong. All seems good in there, but for some reason I have a feeling it's not doing the right thing. Volume sample. Oh yes, that's why, because I was using the VDB and I thought I checked this. Sorry about that. It's also the same issue that was causing that was happening with the debris, most likely. So let's make sure this is working. SDF, not VDB. SDF. Yep. All good now. I'll also go back and fix the source. I think it's the velocity of the geometry is probably too high. I'm not sure why it's shooting upward this much. I think this is crazy. Let's go back. I'm not sure why it's going upward. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any velocity coming in, and this geometry. Does not have any velocity. This doesn't have any velocity as well. This guy doesn't have any velocity, so I'm not sure where this could be coming from, where all this force could be coming from. Set this to 0.2, 0.1, and let's try one more time. Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a second and double check why this is happening. It's not making a lot of sense to me at the moment. So we'll continue in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in a bit.